So, I'm making another video in this game, and this time I'm gonna try to get the rest of the Demon Slayer units from this update. The first one I want to ascend is gonna be Rengoku. I already have like 4 copies of this guy, because I have been grinding the trial for a little bit. But before ascending him, I was thinking I'm gonna do the trial on my own. Is to show what it's like to grind for the guy, and how you can beat the stage on your own. Doing it on strategist mode isn't impossible, it's actually quite doable if you have the right units. So I'm gonna go in there and I'll show you how to beat the stage. So here we are, the Demon Slayer stage, the trial, whatever you wanna call it. So the strat is to set up right here. This is a pretty good spot. Now the strat, it's to use Tanjiro as a DPS and Zenitsu as a bit of a support. And then when you have the money to do it, you can place down the other Demon Slayer units, because Tanjiro's passive gives a buff to all of them. Alright, enough yapping, let's actually do the stage. Oh yeah, one other thing, is that if you use units that aren't from Demon Slayer, they get nerfed. But if you use Demon Slayer units, they get more damage. So make sure to bring Demon Slayer units to this trial if you wanna win. And there we go. That was pretty damn easy. So, you can pretty much just solo this trial on your own. All you need is Tanjiro and Zenitsu, pretty much. And then if you get Rengoku as a drop, you can pretty much just place him down and use him to activate the passive that Tanjiro has. That way he can attack whenever Rengoku attacks, and they will deal a lot of damage. It's pretty good. So let's see, what do I need to ascend Rengoku? I'm gonna need some of those capes, some earrings, some masks, and some ghosts. I already have the kills, so I don't need to worry about that. Just gotta wait for those Demon Slayer challenges to appear in the challenge thingamajig. So once I get all the materials, I'm gonna just ascend the guy. So I'll be back once I have the stuff. Aight, it's finally time to ascend Rengoku. So I got the cape, I got the things, I got the ghosts. So now it's time to ascend this guy. Yoink! Wow! And no, it would be kinda cool if this unit came with a cosmetic. Maybe a cosmetic that doesn't look like complete ass like the one in Anime Vanguards. Anyhow, I think I should go check this guy out. See how this guy performs. Hopefully he's good. I mean, he should be. No way he's not good. Alright, so here we have him. Rengoku. He has a pretty expensive price tag of $1,750. But I mean, it's kinda worth it because on placement he is a full AoE. And he has a pretty nice SPA as well at 3.6 seconds. So I guess it's kinda worth it. Pretty cool animation, even though he doesn't move for some reason. He just stands there and just, I don't know, farts. Farts fire. Anyhow, let's see what you get when you upgrade him. Line attack. Alright. So now it's a pretty respectable line AoE. He seems to be multi-hit. Yeah, he is. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty flash animation as well. That's pretty cool. I like that. Then when you upgrade him again, you get a circular AoE, alright? Oh damn, that's pretty big actually. And it doesn't seem to be multi-hit. No, it's not multi-hit unfortunately. I mean, he still deals a nice amount of damage, so it is what it is. New ability, set your heart ablaze. So he gets an ability Can only be used if Flaming Tiger is under 30 HP or has dealt 2.5 million plus damage. Permanently swaps Flaming Tiger into 9th form and replaces Burn with Purgatory Flames. Oh, that reminds me of Vanguards. Yuck, I don't like that game very much. Purgatory Flames deals 60% of Flaming Tiger's damage in 8 seconds, and always deals super effective damage. Oh, so that's kinda like Krollo, but only his DOT does that? The first time Flaming Tiger attacks with 9th form, damage plus 250%, and 100% chance to crit. Afterwards, damage plus 30% permanently. That's interesting. That's pretty cool actually. So I guess I'm just gonna have to wait for him to deal 2.5 million damage. But while we wait for that, I guess I could read his passive. Burning Resolve. Slayer units in Flaming Tiger's range deal plus 10% damage over time, and plus 30% versus regenerators. Oh, so if you pair him off with Tanjiro, they're gonna go crazy. If an ally is attacked, even on failed dodge, he will take the hit, and when he's hit, plus 50% damage reduction, counter with 30% damage / plus burn. At less than 75% HP, he counters with 100% of his damage. Okay, so he kinda just counters a lot. That's pretty cool. So in a way, he's kind of like a tank unit. That's actually kind of an interesting passive. Blazing Heart. If stunned intercepting, ally gets plus 20% damage and 20% burn chance. If Tanjiro or Flower Trainer target the same enemy, he gets plus 5% damage and 20% crit rate versus bosses. 30% if it's versus Akaza. Oh, that's kinda bad, isn't it? They're using his real name here. They should have said Pattern 9. But anyway, so this guy, he's kinda supposed to be a tank. You want to make him take hits, and for him to just, you know, tank all of those hits, and then he can counter, and he will deal the damage. You know, that sounds pretty neat. This guy is probably very good. Well, I guess I'm just gonna wait until I get 2.5 million damage on this guy, so I can check out his Purgatory Flames. So I'll be right back. Alright, he has dealt over 2.5 million damage. Let's see if anything changes with this ability. I can't really notice anything, but he's dealing significantly more damage all of a sudden. Well, I guess his damage also went up by a whole lot. And so did his SPA, goddamn. 9 seconds per attack. But I have some Rengokus over here that... oh, I lost. But it said 20k every 5.4 seconds, whereas this Rengoku over there was like 50 something every 9 seconds. But I guess his DPS output still increases after you use the ability, so it's probably still worth using. Since Rengoku seems to be a good unit, I'ma go get a trade on him. Maybe I'll get All-Star, I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't have an All-Star red unit, so it would be pretty welcome if he got All-Star. I would be very happy. Alright, let's get the traits. Bloodlust, huh? I mean, it's pretty aight, but I kinda wanna get something better. Oh! Dude, nice. That's what I like. I didn't expect it to happen that fast. Now he's goated with the sauce. Damn, now he's like over 3000 to place down. But I mean, that's probably fine. He's probably gonna be very goated anyway. So the next unit I want to ascend is gonna be Akaza. Now I already have a nice amount of copies of this guy. And I also, for some reason, got a copy of Doma, and I think her name was Shinobu. I got them from this item that gives a random unit from the update from the portal shop. I mean, I'm not complaining, but that was kinda unexpected. So those two, I'm gonna ascend those two later in the video. Yes. But for now, I'm gonna ascend Akaza. And to do that, all I need are these bloods from Jackson. We're gonna siphon some blood from Michael Jackson. And I need 5 of these blue ghosts. Right, let's go find Michael Jackson and kill him. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be dead since like 2009. I don't know why he's back now, but we gotta fix that. Yeah, let's not actually do that. That guy was kinda aight. Here we have him. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I've done this this mission before. Man, I remember when Michael Jackson passed away. I was like on my way to school, I was on the bus. Not like a school bus like in the States, but like on a normal bus. And I was just reading a newspaper because they would just have them lying around on the bus, like on the seats. And on one of them it just said, Michael Jackson dead, and I'm like, damn. My 8-year-old ass was like, oh damn, he's dead. This is so sad. But yeah, enough yapping, I'ma just do this mission. Yup, as per usual, this mission was easy peasy and lemon squeezy. So I'm just gonna do this 3 more times real quick. Alright, Ascension time. Oh yeah, the ghosts. Okay, now is Ascension time. Yoink. Wow, all SSS stats. Yabada bro. I don't know why I said that, that was kinda cringe. Well then, let's go check him out. Let's see, is he any good? Is he goated with the sauce? Alright, so here we have him. The guy that killed Rengoku. I know that's a spoiler and I do not care. That movie came out years ago, bro. So on placement, he is a Circle AoE with a pretty alright SPA. So it's not that bad. Then when you upgrade him, you get a line AoE. Oh my god, what is that line? It is so small. Yeah, I don't know about this upgrade. I mean, sure, the SPA is fast, you get more damage, but like, damn, dude. Alright, let's see, is there a better upgrade? Okay, you get another Circle AoE, this should be better. Yeah, that's a whole lot better, goddamn. Ooh, that seems to be multi-hit, hold on, let me check that. Yeah, it's multi-hit. His upgrades are pretty expensive though. 25k for the last one, but you get a whole lot more range, so that's kind of fine, I guess. Kind of makes up for the hell, what's it called, cost. I mean, so far he seems to be pretty okay. He seems to be an alright DPS unit. Let's read his passive. Burst for combat, 20% less damage taken. When he's attacked, he gets plus 15% range and his next hit deals 20% more damage. Okay, that sounds pretty good. For each kill, his damage goes up by 2%, and he gets 1% range increase, and minus 3% SPA, so he can buff himself up to 20% damage, 10% range and 15% less SPA. But these stacks, they reset after 15 seconds without getting any kills. I see. This next passive is kinda interesting. If there are 15,000 or more HP in its range, he gets plus 10% damage. When there is more than 100,000 HP, he gets plus 12.5% damage and minus 10% SPA. A million HP, plus 15% damage and 20% crit chance, right? 3 million HP, plus 20% damage and guaranteed additional attack if targeting the strongest enemy. 15% chance to convert kills into demons at 10% max HP. Oh, that's kinda interesting. So each time he gets a kill, or if he gets a kill if there are 3 million HP or more in his range, he can turn them into demons. Interesting. You know, I think this unit might be worth it to get. But you just gotta get past the line AoE attack really quick, because that one's kinda doo-doo. I'm probably gonna use this guy in those portals, so I should go get a nice trait on this guy. You know, I've been grinding the portals for his evolution item quite a lot. And now I'm gonna do it on the second portal, like the other one for that Doma guy. That is, it's quite a grind. Hopefully I can just get a nice trait real quick. Maybe like, I don't know, Genesis, Bloodlust. I think Bloodlust would fit this guy very well, actually. Right, I gotta turn on the sounds, otherwise I won't get any good traits. And there we go, Genesis. You gotta turn on the sounds, bruh. Otherwise you won't get any good traits. Right, so I have ascended Akaza. And I think the next unit I'm gonna go for is gonna be this Doma guy. I've heard that he's actually kinda decent, so I'm probably gonna go for him next. So yeah, I'm just gonna grind those portals. I'm not gonna bore you with recording myself doing that, cause no, watching them isn't very fun, but grinding them kinda is. But yeah, I'll be back soon. Meow. So I've been grinding those portals, and I'm finally able to ascend another unit. Just as I said, I'm planning on ascending this Doma guy. And I'll be honest, I'm actually looking forward to it, because he seems to be pretty decent. Right, enough yapping. Yoink. Wow, he is ascended. God damn. Right, let's go check him out. I got high hopes for this character. Like, I tried him out a little bit earlier, and he seems to be pretty promising. So here we have the Doma guy from the Demo Sayer. Let's check this guy out. So on placement, he has a pretty alright circle AoE. Pretty nice SPA as well, at 2.7 seconds. Then when you upgrade him, you get more range. That's pretty good. Then you get this line AoE attack. And it turns into a hybrid. It's not particularly cheap, but it's kinda cool that it turns into a hybrid. There aren't a whole lot of units that do that in this game, but it would be nice if they added more of those. I remember in Anime Adventures, though, like, it was pretty cool when a unit turned hybrid at a certain upgrade. It allowed you to strategize a whole lot with that. It was pretty fun. Anyhow, you get this upgrade, and he has a pretty decent line AoE, it's not bad. His SPA is getting kinda sluggish though, so that's a bit of an L. Then you upgrade him again, you get more range, and now you get another circle AoE, alright? And it's pretty big. That's pretty nice. And he is still hybrid, alright, that's pretty great. I upgrade him again, he gets more range, and he gets a new ability, Demon Metamorphosis. Let's see, what is this? Can only be used if Flower Trainer is in range. Ah, that's Shinobu, I think. Absorbs Flower Trainer and all other Frost Moons on the map if they are at max upgrade. All Frost Moons are fused into one unit. Create an Ice Clone with 30% of Frost Moon's damage. Increases HP to 666. Oh hell no, that's a Satan number. That's no good. Immune to enemy attacks? And all attacks now deal poison. However, every attack now deals 75 damage to Frost Moon. And reaching 0 HP will delete Frost Moon. Oh. So if I'm getting this right, you use the ability and he becomes kinda strong, I guess? But he can only attack a certain amount of times, and then he dies? I guess I should check that out once I get Shinobu as well. And since he is a new unit, he comes with a passive. Flamboyant Upper Lunar. Regenerates 10 HP every 3 seconds. Max 150. I wonder if this can help him stay up longer after using that ability. Stuns on Frost Moon are 20% shorter. Upper Lunar allies in range gain 5% damage and 5% crit. Does not stack with multiple Frost Moons. For every wave passed, 2.5% damage, plus 1% range. So it's kinda like Escanor in like every ATD game he's in. He gets more damage for every wave. Bodhisattva of Mahapadma. Freeze lasts 40% longer every 3 attacks. Generates 2 Ice Lotus, up to 20. If Frost Moon is attacked, consume 10 Ice Lotus to create an Ice Lotus tree that takes the hit, freezes the attacker and applies shield. That's some Limbus shit right there. If something happens, consume 10 of resource and effect. But I mean, that's kinda cool, I guess. I guess this icon above his head is the stacks that they were talking about. But yeah, this guy seems to be pretty decent. He also freezes, which is pretty nice. And it lasts for 40% longer, just like any other freeze unit with a passive. And he is hybrid, so that's, that's pretty cool. Alright, so this is from the future, where I have both Doma and the Shinobu. So let's check out that ability. Yoink. Ah, so he creates a clone. Alright. And now he deals... Damn, that's a lot of damage. A whole lot of damage. It's like having All-Star built in. That's pretty cool. But he is taking a lot of damage. And soon he's just gonna die. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. So I guess that could be used if you're like at the end of a stage or a portal and you just wanna get it over with. I don't think it has much application when it comes to, you know, infinite mode. So this is pretty much is something you'd use outside of that. Yeah, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna need a trait on that guy, because I'm definitely gonna use him. Since he is 4 placement, I hope I get Genesis, that would be very nice. Oh, Bloodlust, huh? I mean... I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of Bloodlust, so I'm just gonna roll again and hope I get the Genesis. Oh, Corrupted. I don't know, man. I want the Genesis. Bruh, do you want me to have Corrupted that bad? Or like... Come on, make the screen go green, bruh. You know, I'm kinda scared that the screen will go rainbow instead. And I'll get the All-Star. Because, I don't know, that doesn't really work out well with this guy. So hopefully I just get Genesis real quick. Oh, Bloodlust. Okay, sure dude, fine. I'll keep the damn Bloodlust. It's gonna be useful for the time being, I guess. I guess I might just have that, and maybe later down the line I get the Genesis. Yeah. So to get more out of this Doma unit, you kinda need that Shinobu unit. Now, I already have her because I got her from that, what's it called? That item that gives a random unit from the update. But I was thinking, I'm gonna get some more of her, because I have enough to buy all of the scrolls from the item shop, so I'm just do that. And this time, I think I'm just gonna use the scrolls individually, because the last time when I used a scroll, I used all 4 at once, and only one of them remained in my inventory. So I'm not trying to have that happen this time. So I'm gonna just do it one at a time. Okay. So this time, please, for the love of God, do not disappear from my inventory. And to ascend this unit, you need kills, you need more of those hats, some rainbow ghosts. I guess I'm gonna have to go grind those portals again, but I only need to get the hat drop once, so it shouldn't be that bad. So yeah, I'm gonna just go grind those portals, but before I do that, I have some things I want to say about the portals. And some opinions that other people have that I think are very, how do I say? I think their opinions are wrong. I'm gonna put a timestamp on the screen to where you can skip this little rant I have. But the thing is, I did watch a video of another content creator. This guy, he really likes to nag. He usually complains in his videos, if anyone has noticed. I sometimes just watch them because I used to watch that guy back in the Anime Adventure days. I thought his videos were pretty good. But nowadays, he just complains about everything in the games he plays. And I watched this one video that he made, where he was like, yeah, this is the truth about ACDX. One of the points he was trying to convey in that video was that the portals are not soloable. You need to have all-star units to complete them. And I just wanna say, that's false as fuck. I'm gonna show you the team I'm running to do that one portal I have right now. Do you see any, what's it called, all-star units? Do you see anyone with the rarest trait in the game? No, because you don't need those. I don't think you need them anywhere in this game actually. It's a nice trait to have, but it's not required anywhere. As long as you can take advantage of the mechanics of the game, you can pretty much just beat anything. You don't even need buffers to do it. As a matter of fact, I have never used a buffing unit in this game at all, and I've been doing just fine. But yeah, point being is that those portals, they are 100% soloable. Depending on the type of portal you get, like Juggernauts can be kinda difficult, but if you use units that have a boost in the portals, like there's a small button that you can press, and it will say, yeah, these units, they have buffs, they get more damage in this portal. So if you use those units, you will have an easier time. And if you use the elements that are good for that portal, you will have an even easier time. They will deal like almost 2 times their damage. You know, that guy also complained that you have to switch your units. I mean, yeah, that's always been a thing. Especially in anime adventures, that you have to switch units like all the time. And that's also like a pretty good incentive to grind for other units that you don't have. So you can, you know, have better type coverage. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna end this rant I have here. I might just make a video on that, because I feel like he is wrong. And because he has so much influence, because he has a pretty large following, I feel like he's misusing his influence by saying things that just aren't true. Anyhow, I'm gonna go back to grinding, and I'll be back once I'm able to evolve Shinobu. Alright, I got the stuff to evolve Shinobu. So I read on the wiki that she's supposedly good, but I don't know, I don't have any high hopes for her, but let's check her out anyway. Yoink. All SSS stats. Alright then, let's go check her out. So here we have the Shinobu, let's see if she's any good. So on placement she has a pretty okay range, and she is a line AoE. Her SPA is pretty okay too. Now let's upgrade her, let's see. Does she get any good moves? Insect Dance. Okay, and that's a circle AoE. The first move wasn't multi-hit, but let's see about this one. Maybe this one is multi-hit? No, it's not. Bummer. Let's upgrade her again, let's see what we get. Butterfly Waltz. That's a bigger circle AoE. And it's multi-hit, so that's nice. And this is her max upgrade. Her range does get pretty big, so that's kinda nice. Let's read her passive. Beautiful Poisonous Elegance, 60% chance to dodge. That's pretty good. Her poison deals 45% damage, I guess of her damage, over 8 seconds and prevents regeneration. That helps against those regen enemies. When stunned, apply 3 poison stacks to the attacker. Oh, so even if she gets stunned, she still attacks back in a way. So that's pretty nice. Sweet and Motivating Beauty. Slayer units in range gain 10% damage, 10% dodge, and 5% chance for an additional attack. Oh, that's pretty good actually. So there's a 5% chance for units to do 2 attacks per attack. That's pretty nice. Does not stack with multiples of her. I mean, that's fine. And she herself does not benefit from this. That's kinda sad, but it is what it is. I guess that she's more of a support than a DPS? That's the impression I'm getting from her, like right off the bat. So I guess like doing the trial for Rengoku is gonna be a whole lot easier if you have her on your team. Like, I wasn't that impressed by this unit, but I think I'm just gonna go roll for a trade on her anyway. What if I get All-Star on her? That'll be Oh, Genesis, right off the bat, okay. I mean, that's fine, that's good. I'm content. Well, I guess I could lead this into the next unit I wanna check out, and that's gonna be the Tower unit from this update. I don't remember who this guy was in the series. Like, I did read to the end of the manga. I thought it was okay. And I definitely don't remember this guy. Got no clue who he is. Anyway, John has been like hyping him up, saying that he's very, very good. So let's go check him out. Alright, so here we have the Kaigaku guy, I think his name was. I had to look it up on the wiki. He isn't exactly cheap to place down. He costs 1,750. But I mean, right off the bat, he's kinda nutty because his SPA is 0.9, he has a pretty wide range, at least for being on placement. And it is a cone, unlike Mista, that is just a small circle AoE, so I guess he's kinda nutty, just off rip. Then when you upgrade him, you get Heat Thunder. Now he's a full AoE? That's pretty fast. Oh god, goddamn, that's pretty bright, flashy. But yeah, I'm gonna have to turn all this off. So he has a full AoE attack on his third upgrade. That's pretty fast. But he has a pretty sluggish SPA, so I guess it kinda evens out in a way. Then when you upgrade him again, Failed First. And now his SPA goes down to 3.6, so it's not like very sluggish. I mean, that's a pretty okay circle AoE. And he seems to be multi-hit, so that's nice. Yeah, he is. He has got rid of those shields. And I gotta say, the animation looks pretty cool. He, like, dashes forwards and he just hits the enemies. Then you upgrade him again. New move, Fraudulent Thunder. And now his SPA is very sluggish again. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. So his circle AoE is slightly bigger now. And he's still a ground unit. I mean, it would say plus hybrid if he became hybrid, but the animation looks pretty cool, to be honest. He like zaps, zips around, he just slams into the ground. He's like that. That's pretty decent, pretty alright. Yeah, so it's kinda just worth it to leave him at his second to last upgrade. It's not that much more DPS, and he attacks way faster. Don't get him to max upgrade, I guess. Let's read his passive. Corrosive Black Lightning. He gets 10 HP back every 3 seconds, up to 150 HP. 30% chance to dodge attacks. His attacks have a 20% chance to inflict black electrokinesis. Kinesis? I guess that's how you pronounce it. Applies visual cracks to enemies that last forever, and they make enemies take 2% damage per stack, and these stack up to 5 times. Oh, so you can like give a debuff to enemies where they take 10% more damage. So it's kind of like a built-in, what's it called? Corrupted, in a way? And that's pretty cool, I think. I guess this guy can be pretty okay on stages where you use purple units. I mean, he is very fast to attack when you place him down. So I guess he's probably worth it. Probably good to have. And I guess him having a sluggish SPA on his full AoE is probably not that bad. It's just that you can use upgrade and then get to an attack that doesn't have a long SPA. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go get a trait on this guy, because he seems to be pretty decent. Maybe I could get Genesis on this guy as well, because he has 4 placement. Right, fingers crossed that I got Genesis. Ah, Bloodlust, huh? I don't really know if I want this on this guy. Well, apparently on the wiki they say that Bloodlust is the best trait for this guy if you wanna use him in progressive game modes. So I guess I might just keep that. So I think I'm just gonna end the video right here. I feel like I've accomplished some things in this video. Got some pretty good units, I even got another all-star under my belt. There are some more units from this update that I haven't gotten yet. And those are the units from the battle pass. Now I'm only at level, well I did reach level 50. But you don't like get the important units until the last tier, that is level 75. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna grind out the battle pass, and I think I'm gonna make another video where I just check these guys out. But yeah, as I said, this is gonna be the end of the video, but I do have some things I wanna say about the update before I end the video. I feel like this update is a bit overhated. From what I have heard, they have hyped up this update to be like super big, very big. And I mean, it's not the biggest thing ever, it's not like groundbreaking or anything. But I feel like it still comes with a solid amount of content. But I feel like people are hating way too much on this game. Maybe I'm just not getting the whole picture because I recently started playing this game again. But I feel like you should just not be hating too much. That's at least what I think. And the thing I was talking about earlier, how this one content creator and maybe some other people were saying that some content is not doable by yourself. There isn't really anything that is impossible to do by yourself in this update. At least from my experience. I just think that people need to understand the mechanics of this game and maybe try to strategize better. Because like, those portals, like I can solo tier 5 portals really easily. I could probably solo an unbound portal as well. I don't think they're that much more difficult. So don't blow things out of proportion. The game is not impossible to play by yourself. Yeah, I'm not gonna yap about this right now. I'm just gonna say thank you for watching. I would also appreciate it if you know, liked the video, maybe wrote a small comment. Maybe a comment about if you agree with what I said about the update, or if you also are on the hate train. And I would also really appreciate it if, you know, you could subscribe to the channel. I think that'd be pretty great, I would be very thankful. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.